Yo, 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 what's up, you guys? Welcome back, welcome back. I know. It's been a long time, huh? I do apologize. I would like to do this monthly. I would like to do it bi-weekly. I would like to do it weekly. I would like to do it daily if I could. But life is lifing, and life doesn't allow me to do so. So I'm going to check in whenever I get to. But just know this when you tune in, you're going to get a show. Okay? With that being said, my last post, I believe, was for the monthly mailbox, the Men Underground monthly mailbox for February. So we're gonna do March. Yeah, I know. That's 3 months ago. Well, you got 3 months of upcoming videos that I'll do. But right now we're gonna focus on March. First up in March's monthly mailbox is GZA, aka the genius from the Wu-Tang Clan. This is his third album, The Legend of Liquid Swords. Now, I love the first Liquid Swords. Love, love, love that album. I happened to find this copy for my personal collection. I also found a few more copies that will go up on menunderground.com later on. This is sealed and so forth like that. Still has the strip on the top. Still has the hype sticker right here. You know what I mean? It's hard to find this one, still in brand new condition. I'm going to throw it in one of those sleeves that I like to have protect my stuff in. I'm going to throw it in one of those and, put it up. I already have this downloaded on my computer, so I don't need to open it up and everything else like that. I'll just go ahead and deal with the files. But anyhow, this is a pretty cool album. Not my favorite album or anything like that, especially from GZA, but it was a cool album. I still recommend it if you're a Wu-Tang fan or a GZA fan, the Genius fan. Yeah, The Legend of Liquid Swords. This is also the explicit version, not the clean version. Pretty proud to have this. Sort of been working on my Wu-Tang collection a little bit, so you might see some more Wu-Tang coming up in the following months. Um, Even in this video. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But without further ado, this next person coming up is out of Houston, Texas. Um, he's considered a legend. He's also, like, I heard him in many people's top five rap artists, period. But when it comes to the storytellers, they usually put him within the top three somewhere. Who I'm talking about is none other than the uh, 1/3 of the original Ghetto. Well, not the original, actually, not the original Ghetto Boys, but the Ghetto Boys we all know. And this is Scarface. That's right, Brad Jordan. This is the single to Let Me Roll. Let Me Roll was a song that's about, smoking weed and all that stuff, hanging out, shooting craps, and, doing some old hood stuff. This is a brand new sealed copy that I have. The seal is slightly separating on this, but I'm still happy to have that. Doesn't need to be perfect. On this Let Me Roll, it does have the radio version, strictly for the radio, and the instrumental. And this is the promo version. Um, I'm really actually focusing on promo versions right now as well with most of my collection. Just trying to get promo versions and stuff like that. I'm really happy to have this song. I believe this one comes from his Diary album, if I'm correct. Let Me Roll. I want to say that's off his Diary album. But this is a dope one. I'm really happy to have this, you guys. Go check it out if you've never heard it. It's from my understanding, there's new people coming into this collection, coming into this hip hop, physical copies, brand new copies, and just hip hop in general. New people are coming in all the time. I highly suggest that you go check out the video for this and just hear the song. It's real funky. Some people call it G Funk. I would call it G Funk too. Could technically it'll fall under that, but it's just some smooth bass lines and so forth. I have a Scarface concert from last year, March 31st to be exact, 2024, where I was able to catch Scarface um, doing doing this song and other songs, and he did it like his Tiny Desk performance. If you guys seen it, it's real dope. Real happy to have it. I'm also happy to see Scarface back to moving around. A couple months back, we had a medical scare, things like that. And boy, I always worry about when a true legend is dealing with some health issues. But anyhow, go check this out. All right, next up, like I said, I'm working on my Wu-Tang collection. Working on my Wu-Tang collection. This next one is real dope. I just gave Scarface's where he's from. He's from the Houston, Texas area. As we know, Wu-Tang Clan is from Park Hill and Stapleton area. I want to say of Long Island or is it Staten Island? I forget which one it is. One of them islands. New York though, out of there as well. I don't know how I forgot which island it was, but that's what happens when you're recording and you're just going off the top of your dome and you're slightly nervous. So please forgive me. If you guys have the right answer or want to help me out, please comment below. Put it below. I'll appreciate that. But this is next one up is the Wu-Tang Clans. It's from the 36 Chambers album, their first album, and it's called C.R.E.A.M. The acronym C.R.E.A.M is C.R.E.A.M, and it stands for Cash Rules Everything Around Me. C.R.E.A.M, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. So this one is a sealed copy as well. This is the actual release, which will have a barcode on the back. It's not the promo release. This one I'm happy to have in my collection, brand new sealed. The only thing is someone removed the sticker on there and left this residue. For you guys who are selling, us collectors don't care if you charge us, I'm just going to make up a number, $50 or something, right? We don't care. If you charge us $100, do not take that sticker off. Leave it there. Because then it looks ugly like this. And it's pretty cool to have the original sticker on. Don't overthink it. Leave it there. Okay? Yeah, man. Heck, if it has one of those magnetic like theft recovery things, beep 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 beep, one of those strips or whatever, leave it on there. We don't care. If it comes in one of those old long plastic things that you used to have it in the shells, and if you walk through the little metal detectors and it beeps, one of those plastic, things, the long thing, leave it on that damn thing. We'll like that too. You know what I mean? Do not remove. It leaves ugly residue like that on it. Yeah, like that. Not cool. So leave it on there. I'm happy to have this. I will be continue to look for another brand new sealed one. I did happen to get this for dirt cheap. I'm really appreciative of it. That's I don't think it's because of that, but I'm glad I didn't pay much. You know, I'm happy to have this. It's a great single. It has cash rules everything around me. C.R.E.A.M. It also has the mystery of chess boxing. It has the radio version, the album version, acapella version, and the instrumental version of both songs. C.R.E.A.M. and the mystery of chess boxing. So go check it out, man. This is a dope one to have to your collection. I'm happy to have it. Man, I got another one. Wu-Tang Clan Forever. I believe this is their, third album? Second album? Third album? I can't remember, man. It's been so dang long. Let me think about it for a minute. I want to say it's their second album now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I want to say this is their second album and so forth. It's a double CD, double disc, you know what I'm saying? This is the rare one. It's still brand new sealed. Has that metal strip like I talk about, like someone walk through the metal detector. This would say beep, 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 beep. Leave it attached. Do not take it off. This one has some few nicks and things. It's real hard to get a perfect copy. Still brand new sealed from back in the days. But if you do have it, man, some people are grading them and doing all that stuff. I don't really feel like I could do that on something like this. But if you want to do that, like I said, we find more things to collect. Great addict. I know I'm not the only one. you know. So anyhow, this was one of those old enhanced CDs, Wu-Tang Forever. Has some great songs on there. I'm gonna be real with you. Outside of the 36 Chambers, to me, this is the next best Wu-Tang album, Forever. The Iron Flag was chill, but Wu-Tang Forever is hard, and it's 2 CDs. Pause on the hard, you know. Yeah, real happy to have this one in my collection. Um, Matter of fact, I might start playing this today. You know, it's one of those things when you look at it, it's like, man, I got to go back and revisit. You know, Osiris, aka ODB, was still alive and he was still running that spit. You know what I mean? It's yours, Better Tomorrow, Reunited, Triumph, uh, Abomatomically, you know, there's all types of things. I remember the videos when it came out and so forth. Um, Man, this is just really a real good album. It's my second favorite Wu-Tang Clan album. Get yours. All right, y'all. Next up, I think he was freed probably what, 5, 6 years ago. Might have been longer. He's now signed to Strange Music. He's considered a Sacramento legend. That's right, the 916, the 916 sickness from the Garden Block. He was freed recently, and he was the first person that I'm aware of whose lyrics were used against him to incarcerate him. That is correct. That him just getting free, it was this album was used, cropped, edited, and put together in a way that the DA's office, the state of California, convicted this man. Now, did he do the crime? He did the crime. Wrong victim, and he was punished with a harsher sentence, all because of what he said on this. It made him look like a real cold killer. And if you know anything about him, especially since he's been out, he's really not, you know, he's who he is, but he wasn't no cold killer. He was a teenager. I want to say he was only like 17 when he was locked up. But before I keep running on and on, let's just get into it. You do your own homework, okay? What I just got in the mail is X-Rated Psychoactive album. This is not the original version, though. I do have the original version. I have the second pressing, third pressing, fourth pressing, and all these pressings because I really mess with X-Rated, aka Andre Brown. He and I, he's 1 year and 1 day older than me. He was born in 1974, but anyhow, he's my Leo brother. Real cool guy, real passionate guy. Um, I like this album, and this is what I'm gonna say is the second pressing version of this album. The second pressing, a lot of times people think the pink one is the second pressing. It's debatable. I believe this is the second pressing because it looks just like the original pressing. And one of the ways you could tell the difference between the second pressing and the first pressing is this barcode here on the back. The first pressing does not have a barcode. It is slightly darker red. The artwork is pretty much exactly the same. There's a little bit of pixelation on this or something like that on there. It's slightly off. That could be because of the aging and so forth, but one of the ways to really tell is the barcode. Okay? Is the barcode, the UPC code on the back. There was a lot of rumors. See that gun to his head? He influenced a lot of people like Dr. Dre. If you go like, I want to say it was the Source magazine where Dr. Dre is holding a gun to his head. He influenced that picture. He influenced a lot of people, not only in Sacramento, California. He was on. This is comes to you out of Sacramento under Black Market Records. He was a label mate with another Sacramento legend, Brother Lynch Hung. Speaking of that, Brother Lynch Hung, and C-Bo just put a new single out about 2-3 weeks ago. Go check it out. I do have it. A lot of lyricism. A lot of people don't look as West Coast people as lyricists, but that's it. So this is the second pressing. Now, with that being said, how do you tell the difference between the second pressing and the first pressing? What do you know? I just happen to have this laying next to me. The first pressing is right here. I still have it in a brand new sealed in the long box right here. Now, as you can see, the artwork, pretty much the same colors, everything else. But if you look on the back, there is no barcode right here. Well, actually, that's the CD. Right here on the back of the CD, there is no barcode, unlike the second pressing. Okay? That would be the difference. A lot of times on eBay, people will try to sell this as the original. If it has the barcode, do not. Now, I was able to get this for a great price. Most people are charging about $300 to $500, things like that. I was able to get this. I paid a lot, but not that much. I paid $100 for this. You know what I mean? Because it's still something that I wanted a lot. Don't mind breaking the bank for some things that you got, but don't get bent over with no Vaseline either at the same time. Unless it's something you really want. Have I paid for $300 for a CD? Absolutely. Have I paid $500? Absolutely. Or for music in general. Have I paid $1,000? Absolutely. Everybody has their own choice. Don't go making fun of people who spend a lot of money. One day that might be you. Laughing's catchy, you know. But sometimes I break the bank. To me, breaking the bank today is $100, and that was breaking the bank. So yes, I have the original. Then there's another one that other people try to tell you is the original first pressing. And it's not, but it looks similar to even the second and the third. Now, the first and second, let me go back. The first and second, where it says Psychoactive right here, half of it's missing. So you probably, I don't know if the camera's catching it, you probably can't see where it says Psychoactive right there. The first pressing is the same way. Half of the top is missing, and it's not missing. It's faded into, what do you call that? Has that like little transformation. You can still see it, probably not on camera. It's still written, it's just faded out underneath, on the bottom half, right above it. So anyhow, the difference of the second one that you could tell, there's many ways you could tell the third pressing from the second or the first. The way you tell the difference is you can see Psychoactive written all the way across it. It's a much richer red as well. Look at how red that is. It's like a true red, like almost lipstick red. And this is sort of more of like a faded one. The OG is a sort of a faded one too. But the second way you could tell the difference is the back would be pink. Yes, pink. Second pressing. First pressing rear tray card. And the rear tray card of the third pressing. Pink. It's like a pinkish purple color. That's how you're going to tell. Oh, man. It doesn't stop there, you guys. There's another version that's pretty rare. I think there is one. Might be online still. I don't need it. But there's another pressing that is pretty rare out there. I have it in this little dual case right here. The double container jewel case. And the difference of this one is, you see the disc, all three, the first, second, and third have the similar disc. The same disc, same artwork, everything else like that, right? But one of the things that is different, this one has on the inside of the artwork, looks like this, and so does the first and second pressing. But then you had it switched over to this on the inside. But also look at the front artwork. Look at the font of the X-Raided on this one. It's real sharp corners and stuff like that, real sharp corners. And this is more of a blunted corner. Totally different. X-Raided. Psychoactive is written there. written all the way across the bottom, but over here on its, on its right side, my left when I'm reading it. But not only that, they zoomed in. This border where the psychoactive was missing on the others is gone, and they zoomed in, so it's much more zoomed in. But that's not it. This is the only release that I seen with a black and yellow disc. This black and yellow disc version is pretty rare. You don't see it too often. It's out there. It's not super rare. You can find it, but you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. Still black market records, everything else like that. But I like to highlight that. You know, there's also another version that I have in this double bin, with the new artwork. Has the new artwork like you can see, but it still has the original disc like 1, 2, and 3, the first, second, and third pressing. So I believe this is actually the fourth pressing right here. But when they switched the artwork, the first time they switched the artwork, still has the original disc. And they also switched the rear tray card to this tray card on the back like this. I am looking to find another copy so I could place it, because this was folded at one point in time from whoever I purchased it off of. So yeah, man, real dope stuff, man. I'm real happy to have this one with the UPC code. Real happy, because to me that finalizes my collection. Now this album has been stepped on and repressed so many times, it's ridiculous. I'm sure there's anywhere from 8 to 10 pressings, probably more, who knows, man. But I know I have at least the first 5 pressings all right here, and that's good enough for me. I'm not going to go any further or anything like that unless they change the artwork again or something, you know. So without that, no, I don't see any need to continue to collect those and so forth. But yeah, man, this is one that I've been looking for, but I refuse to lose. F them 22s. So anyhow, that's a Brother Lynch song on Greatest Hits album, Black Market Records Greatest Hits album. But anyhow, I refuse to pay $300 for this, because I know when the original. Speaking of that, if I were to rate this album, I'm just based on what I know and me being a fan. Of course, I'm gonna give it a 10, but I only listen to certain songs and so forth like that. You know what I mean? It's an older production. I want to say this album really dropped in 91, 92. What was it? 92. So it has an older sound and so forth like that. But I love this sound. I grew up on this sound. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. Okay. That about does it for all my CDs that I got in last month, with the exception of one. I'll get to that a little bit later. I'm really happy to have that too. But let's go ahead and do one more CD, and then we're going to get into the vinyl. So this next CD is a legendary group who, since March 3rd, 2023, 3 is the magic number, I'm going to tell you that. They got their catalog back from Tommy Boy Records. And I want to say they were out of what, is it Queens or is it Mount Vernon? They were out of one of those two areas of New York. And it's a trio. Rest in peace, Dave, aka True Goy, the Dove. Rest in peace. I'm talking about the legendary De La Soul. De La Soul means a lot to me. But I'll get into that later. This is their Clear Lake Auditorium album. This album dropped at the end of February. I got it in the mail in March. So yeah, March monthly mailbox, so this was really what it was. I like it because it has this little liquid stuff that moves around. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called Clear Lake Auditorium, and it's supposed to look like it's wet like a lake or anything like that. I don't know if you can see some bubbles moving. Yeah, you see this little bubble right here? Look at it move around if I squeeze it. Woo, like flexing a muscle. So anyhow, I think that whoever did the design, the artwork on this is real dope. I have the digital download, so I won't be opening this. This is it says De La Soul's Clear Lake Auditorium Legendary Collector's EP Gel Sleeve. Right here on the back with the UPC / barcode, UPC barcode, and so forth. So this is a total of 7 tracks, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks, actually. Hold on, no, it says 1, 2, 3. It's just an edit, okay. 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Looks like 6 tracks, but it might be 7 from what I'm seeing. So anyhow, it's real, this one I haven't had a chance to listen to, but this is real dope. I really like their idea and the art direction. I haven't had a chance to listen to this, but I'll get to it. All right, we're going to keep this going because I'm not done. De La Soul ain't dead. They're not dead. I promise you, they're not dead. Good Addict had to get the vinyl too, man. The vinyl too. Can you believe it? Collector's vinyl. Has the same gel-like liquid inside of it. I'm going to turn it upside down real quick, see if you can see it running down. Has the same gel-like vinyl artwork to it. And the cool thing is the vinyl piece itself is like a clear lake water, This is clearer than lake water. I don't swim in lakes. Lakes are disgusting looking. But I do swim in blue oceans. This look more like blue ocean, like it was be in the Bahamas or something, this vinyl. So yeah, this is pretty dope. I really like this. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to listen to this or anything like that, but I'm looking forward to checking this out sooner than later. I do have the digital download. I did get that. And I'll probably go ahead and check that out after I listen to the Wu-Tang Clan Forever again album. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys got it. I don't know if these are still available. I'm sure they are, but if they're not, this is one to pick up. If you didn't get it, this is one to probably add to your collection. It's real unique. It's really innovative to me. Very artistic. Speaking of art, yeah, I like this. De La Soul Clear Lake Auditorium. All right. All right. All right. Next up, hailing out of Southside, Houston, Texas. Southside still holding. It's going down. A member of the SUC, Screwed Up Clique. To me, the real freestyle king. The guy that put me up on DJ Screw. If I didn't have these next 2 particular albums, if I didn't have these, I wouldn't have knew who Screw was. I wouldn't have knew who Screw was, me personally. Now, this rapper, the Freestyle King, presented me with a whole nother sound out of Houston. Because, see, I was used to the Ghetto Boys. I was used to Big Mello. All the Rap-A-Lot, period. I was used to the SPC, K Reno. Why is it slipping my name and so forth like that? Gangsta Nip. I was used to all these people, man, out of Hiram Clark, South Park, all these places. But they almost sort of had similarities. Fell under the sound that Rap-A-Lot was doing. But the first time I heard someone do something a little bit more funky, the lyrics was a little bit more relatable. They were still lyrical, but easy to follow and to the point. And actually, something that I could ride to and the ladies would ride to with, that real, but still talk some street stuff, some hustling, some player stuff. 84's Vogues. You know what I mean? It's Mr. Swinging and Banging himself. ESG. ESG. Everyday Street Gangster. Man. I had to have this. This one just came out recently on Armadillo and RRC. I forgot what RRC. They put this out. This is the green and yellow version of ESG's Selling the South screw mix. The artwork is very clear on here. It looks good. It's not digitized. It's probably the best looking one. The vinyl was real good. They spent some time with it, and I don't know if it was RRC or Armadillo, but Armadillo's not normal. He did a pressing of this before, and the artwork was a little more digitized, pixelated, and so forth. This one is a lot clearer. Yeah, you could tell they didn't use the original file, but this one, the quality is way better. Um, yeah, man, I'm real happy to have this one. Speaking of that, not only do I have Selling Down South, I also have the first album that I ever heard by ESG. This was his second album that I ever got put up on Selling Down South. But his first album, Ocean of Funk. Ocean of Funk is the one that put me up on it, man. I wouldn't even know who Yellowstone was, where Yellowstone was, or any of that stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got them birdies that don't chirp. Swinging and Banging. The first time I ever heard Swinging and Banging was on this album. He put Swinging and Banging on Selling the South as well. You know what I'm saying? But one of my favorite songs on Selling the South is G-Ride. Nothing but that G-Ride. It's doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Nothing but that G-Ride. It comes in real smooth, and the next thing homeboy starts singing, oh, you know, he's going to probation. You know what I mean? He's going to fail. He's going to go to jail if he pisses. You know what I mean? Because he's going to fail. He's going to go to jail. Off the top of my head, I could normally give you all the lyrics and stuff, but right now, performance, stage fright, whatever, it don't seem like it. But yeah, I freeze up. So anyhow, on this one, Ocean of Funk, it has a blue and white vinyl. Real Hard is done by Armadillo and that RRC company as well. I have both of these available in our store, Mid Underground. Go check it out. Real dope. Real glad to have both of those albums. Highly recommended to anybody. You know what I mean? ESG's my favorite rapper from Houston, Texas. Um, is Scarface more of a better storyteller? Absolutely. Do I love Scarface? Absolutely. But something about ESG. ESG like spoke to me on some street level stuff. You know, that's why he's the everyday street gangster. You know what I'm saying? I really liked him and his flows. You know what I'm saying? Now I love that. Doesn't like K Reno's a much better rapper. Scarface is a better rapper, but I liked his content and the way he said things better. Um, Now, if I was to go on some lyrical miracle stuff, I'm probably going to say K Reno, then Scarface on some lyrical miracle, but Scarface definitely the better storyteller. And then, you know, and then lyrically, ESG would be third to me out of those three. There's other people who's still more lyrical out of the Houston, Texas area, but they ain't ESG. That's all I'm gonna say. They ain't ESG. They ain't got an Ocean of Funk. They ain't been selling the South as long. They don't tell you that Southside still holding as long. Now K Reno and Scarface, but I'm talking about those other people. Yeah. So anyhow, man, go check it out. Go checking out Oceans of Funk and Selling Down South. Okay, go get your copy. All right. Speaking of Armadillo Records, I got another album for my personal collection from Armadillo Records. Um, this guy is hailing out of Oakland, California. Often sought after, but seldom seen, especially in the CD or cassette tape, but especially CD format. Who I'm talking about is the Lil Gangster. Meet the Little Gangster. This is a dope album. Lil Gangsters also has ties to um, the Dangerous Crew and everybody else and so forth like that. I really love this funky album. Real dope album. Like I said, it's often sought after. Seldom seen. This the first time it was ever put on vinyl. Um, I'm real happy to have this on vinyl. I do have the CD and I do have the cassette tape. Speaking of CD, I do have a copy coming up soon. that will be available online. I was able to find one. I don't know how I found one. I've been looking for one of these for probably about 8 years and came up on one, so I'm gonna give that to y'all, that extra copy to you guys. I'll put that out there later on, so keep tuning in. Don't write me, I don't care. Don't care. You could offer me $1,000, which is probably worth that, but you could offer it to me and I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to put it on the website and make it available to everybody, and may the first man win, type of thing. But this is a real dope album. There was 300 copies of this made. This one that I'm holding right here is number 77 out of 300. I'm happy to have this. All of these vinyls that I'm showing you, whether they're available in my store or not, these are all my personal collection. That's the only thing that I highlight here at menunderground.com. Go check out Lil Gangster. Meet the Lil Gangster. Dope album. Highly recommended. All right, we're about to switch this up a little bit right now. We're going to switch this up. Hailing out of L.A., Los Angeles, we're going to go with a guy by the name of Madlib and his alias, Quasimoto. Yes, whatever. This is a 12-track version. This is the silver peel off. This little Quasimoto character that you see right here, you could peel it off and they'll show his guts. And when I mean guts, what he's made of, robotic parts, human parts, androids, he always has his brick. He's always tearing up stuff. He's got the cigarette in here, got his Newport right here and so forth. But yeah, man, I'm real happy to have this CD. I have different versions. They have brown versions, like an aqua blue, red, pink, yellow, all these versions. I try to collect all the versions, but they keep releasing it, so I'm not going to do a 2015 and then the 2020 and then the 2000. I'm not going to keep doing that. So once I get all of them of one, I'm cool. Now what I am looking for is the Quasimoto blue and yellow, with the one where he's holding a brick. I want to say it was made by Kid Robot. Almost certain that it's made by Kid Robot figure. I am looking for about both of those versions, but only in brand new condition and so forth like that. So, yeah, get at me if you happen to have those. Now, let's wrap up these vinyls. Last, but certainly not least, hailing from Port Arthur, Texas, via Houston, Texas, for one half of the group, and I forget what small town where he's from, but it was somewhere in Louisiana. We'll just say Louisiana for the other half. But where they connected and where they grew up at was Port Arthur, Texas. This next one is the second. Is it the second? Actually, third release by this legendary group, UGK, aka Underground Kings. This is Pimp C, B-U-M-B, and DJ Bird. Bun B was born in Houston, Texas, so he's that half. And I know Pimp C was originally from Louisiana. He's the other half. DJ Bird, I don't know where he's from. But this one I got from Vinyl Me Please and so forth like that. And which version is this? I don't know if it's clear. Let's see. It says Too Hard to Swallow 30th Anniversary, Hard Hitting Debut, Lacquers Cut by Barry Grant, Alchemy, whatever. Pressed exclusively on the neon yellow. So this is the neon yellow version of this. I have different vinyls of this, but I wanted to add this version. Vinyl Me Please is out of Denver, Colorado, where I'm at. They have an address. You go to address, they're not there. I know they have a pressing plant. I need to find out where they at, and someone needs to connect me with them. You know what I mean? Someone needs to connect me with them. But yeah, man, this came out on Vinyl Me Please. It's originally on Big Time Records and Jive Records as well. Jive Records right here, Big Time Records right there. It's originally out on those two record labels. I don't even know if Jive Records is around anymore, but I know Russell Washington. Rest in peace, Russell Washington. I want to say he died last year, passed away last year. Rest in peace to him, man. This is their third album. A lot of people think this is their first album. Their first album was The Southern Way, and then they came out with an EP, which I consider an album, I guess. And maybe it's the second one, because the other one was an EP, and it was called Band. So maybe we'll say this is the second album. But they had two prior releases, the Southern Way and Band. Both of those were on cassette tape at the time, and then Band will come out on CD later on and so forth as well. But as Band was always available. Actually, no, Band was available on CD and cassette tape, even vinyl. And then the Southern Way was only available on cassette tape. Now there's another company that represses stuff. It's out of I don't know, somewhere in Europe. I don't know if it's Germany, France, or wherever, or UK. But Smoke on Records, they did a couple releases of different UGK albums, different versions and stuff like that. I know Get On Down did some releases and so forth like that. So there's different versions out there. But I'm really happy to have this in my collection as well. So yeah, this came in March's monthly mailbox. Boom. All right, like I said, I'm almost done with CDs, but I wasn't done with CDs. I held this one out because it's probably next to that X-Raided Psychoactive second pressing that I got with the barcode. This is probably, actually, that ain't probably, this one is more important to me than that one, and I wanted to save the best for last out of the CDs. What's the best for last is this Above the Law, vocally Pimpin, Longbox. I'm trying to get the entire Above the Law collection on Longbox. It's just like I am Compton's Most Wanted and a few other people like that. But this vocally Pimpin' album, I've been looking for a long time. I'm really happy to have this. This came out on Ruthless Records, Epic Records, I want to say as well. Yep, and Law. What is that? Law Management, Law Productions. Law is Laylaw. Rest in peace, Laylaw. Rest in peace, Gomag. Gomag just recently passed too, probably about 3 months ago and so forth. Rest in peace, KMG, the illustrator, as well. Man, that hurts my heart because these guys really brought the hustling into the rap game. People were talking pimp stuff. People were talking gangster stuff. But even the word G-Funk comes from this group right here. But nobody was talking about hustling until this group right here started talking about some hustling. You know, living like hustlers, all that stuff. You know, they were lyrical, very lyrical. Other group members of this is DJ Chaos. You know what I'm saying, with the 12 gauges, which is the 12-inch turntables. He was in charge of those. And you also have Big Hutch, aka Code 187, who is the nephew of Willie Hutch, who's very famous for writing a lot of songs for himself. And his last name is Hutchinson. They just called him Hutch, Willie Hutch. And Motown. Probably one of the greater writers for Motown back in the days. Although Cocaine is not technically the artist Cocaine, the rap artist Cocaine, is technically Who Am I, aka Cocaine Who Am I, Dr. Funkenstein, all the types of things that he's going by these days, was not technically a part of the Above the Law group. I still say he's a part of Above the Law because he's been involved in a lot of the projects, and they were responsible for bringing him into the Ruthless Records fold underneath Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, MC Ren, DOC, and all those people. These guys are Snoop Dogg's predecessors and stuff like that, and everybody else who came after, you know. So not only are they the predecessors for Ruthless, they're the predecessors for Death Row Records, and most people coming off of that branch, including PG Lang, and prior to which is Kendrick Lamar's record label. Eminem comes off that family tree. Anybody related to Top Dog Records comes off of this family tree. These are the predecessors, man, just to let y'all know. All right, and I like to give that background so you guys who are new to rap or just younger than I and don't know who these people are, you could go back and do your homework. I think it's very important for you to do your homework, okay? But yeah, man, This condition on this has a little crumpling on the top, but I can live with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with this overall. This thing was only $11.34. You know, I can't remember because this was in March. I can't remember what I paid for this, but I want to say it's pretty cheap. I can't say if it's $30, $40, something like that. But that was a come up for me. Most times something like this is gonna go for 200 and above, but sometimes you find a good deal, man. So yeah, I came up on that. Voila, above the law, vocally pimping. All right, you guys, we're almost there. We're very close to the end, but we're not finished. I keep on talking about saving the best for last, and I think this one is actually the best for last out of the CDs, the vinyls, and etc. This one is a vinyl. It's a box set. And like I said, I've been on my Wu-Tang here lately. Since I've been on my Wu-Tang here lately, I had to get this one. I already highlighted this artist earlier, and I talked about my favorite album from him. My favorite album from this particular artist is Liquid Swords by GZA. Now, what I have here is a special box set right here. Now, in this box set right here, it's a total of 4 7-inch vinyls that highlight some of his best tracks. Some of those tracks will be like I Got Your Back, Liquid Swords, Cold World, I want to say, Fourth Chamber, aka Shadowboxing, and so forth like that. Now, what's so cool about it, you probably can't see it, but deep in here is an autograph by GZA, aka the Genius, in here. Now, there's two versions of this. This is the deluxe version, then you have the regular limited edition collector's one. This deluxe version comes with those vinyls, but also two practice swords. The two swords that are located on the bottom half of this box underneath everything. I haven't opened it, but I've seen different illustrations of it. I'll get you some of those illustrations in here. But yeah, man, I'm real happy to have this. Some people are charging about $800 and so forth like that. You still could find this at certain, I don't know how long, but you should be able to still find this for a more affordable price. Okay, just go look around, just search it. But I know some people are charging about $800, $799, $800 for this. But yeah, this is the deluxe version. You want to look for the deluxe version, not the limited edition version. On the back, here's what the back looks like on here. And it's pretty cool. Real thick box. About the size of a shoebox. Has some weight to it as well. Real happy to have this. I happen to see these online. And had to get mine. You know, had to get mine, man. Had to get mine. So, yeah, this is pretty cool, though, when you think about it, man. This is written in gold, the G, and the Liquid Swords. And it's like a gold flake or something like that. His autograph is in gold. Happy to have this because this is my favorite album. So yeah, I Got Your Back LP version and instrumental. Then that's on side A and side B. On side C and D of the next vinyl, it's Cold World, both the LP version and the rhythm mix. So you get a B side to each 4 songs, and then side E is Liquid Swords itself, the LP version and the instrumental. And then on side G and H is Shadowboxing and Fourth Chamber, both LP versions. So it's actually 5 songs. This is real dope, man. This is real dope. Get it. All right, you guys. That about does it for the Men Underground monthly mailbox. You know, there was a lot to unpack there. I pretty much unpacked the X-Raided album a lot. Gave some opinions. Things like that. I really just wanted to get this video out here to you guys because it's been a while and so forth like that. Hopefully you guys like what you've seen. You know, I don't know about the islands, Long Island, Staten Island. I want to say Staten Island though, but I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong. Staten Island, you know. But I do know it's Park Hill, and I do know that it's Stapleton as well. Because here in Denver, there's a neighborhood called Park Hill, and there used to be a neighborhood called Stapleton. But we changed the name Stapleton here in Denver. I don't think it's the same Stapleton guy. But our Stapleton guy was a Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, and we had to change it because he used to be the mayor. He was also in charge of the police department. So way back in the days, but that's a whole nother topic. So we got rid of the Stapleton name. But that's why I can always remember Stapleton and Park Hill. I'm horrible with names. You could tell me your name 1 second, I swear to God, as soon as I turn around, I forgot your name. But I don't forget events and I don't forget dates. I don't know what it is. And I have a visual recall as well. But something about names, I'll forget it. But anyhow, getting back to it, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. But most of all, comment below. I will respond. Let me know what I missed, you know, what I misunderstood, and tell me what I got correct. Share some information with me. It's not about me. I just share what I have. I don't claim to be the authority on all music, on G-Funk, East Coast, West Coast. We all have opinions and so forth, but opinions could always be updated. So please comment below. You know, this is wraps it up for March's monthly mailbox for the Men Underground Music Show. So once again, my name is Mint, Two Stokes, and I'm out.